let's get talking. What it means to be Black American explained. Uh, this will be the first video. All right, now, so what you're looking at is an old map of Africa, and it's showing you different ethnic or racial groups. We see Semites, Arabic branch. We see Hamites, Libyan branch. Egyptians, which are Hamites, and then it shows Hamites down Ethiopia. It shows more Semites, which are described as the Himyaritic branch. And it has more Hamites, Ethiopian branch here. And then what we see across this area are what they are calling Negroes proper. So that means people who were of the Negro group, which is black, yet not part of the Bantu, which there are, or Bantus, which there is a western branch, and they show a central branch, and they show an eastern branch. And then they have some other groups of people, which they referred to as Hottentots and Bushmen. Now, this is an old map, so some of the terms may be considered offensive. Semites, they mention Arabs. Uh, this is They mention Arabic branch, which is on the north coast. The Himyaritic branch, which was in Abyssinia. The Hamites, Egypt. Then they have West Sahara and Barbary states. And Hamites of Ethiopia, there's north, east, and east. Now the Fulas are interesting. The Fulas are supposed to have been, uh, Fulas and Nubas are supposed to have been like a mixture between Negroes and the Hamites and Semites. I know Hebrew Israelites believe that Negroes are Semites, but no, Negroes were not classified as being Semites nor Hamites, at least at this particular time. Bantus are supposed to be Negroes uh, mixed with Hamites, according to this. So not 100%, supposedly not 100% black. Now, I'm going to show you an image of what they meant by, or assumed to be, 100% black people. So someone like him, who is from Mali, Mali is somewhere around here, somewhere around this area. But Mali has both Fulas and what they say are Negroes proper. Okay. Now, another map I'll show you. You have to scroll down until I find it. If I can, or otherwise I might just click back until I get before we do that. So this is an image of some young people from Equatorial Guinea. Uh, Equatorial Guinea is within the Bantu zone. So these are two Western Bantu people. Supposedly, Bantu people are supposed to have skin that is somewhat lighter than that of the supposedly true Negro, or what that map showed as Negro proper. Okay, so closing that out, go again to show some Gabonese people. Or a Gabonese girl, ethnic groups in Gabon. Again, Gabonese people are also Bantu. This is an example of a Kushite, which Kushites are uh, Hamites. They're classified as Hamitic. Hair texture like this is not unusual in Cushitic people and is one of the reasons why Cushitic people were not considered as being Negroes. Again, example of someone from the area that was supposed to be Negro. Another difference between the Negro proper and the Bantu is linguistic. Bantu, what they share in common is that many of the languages have the word Bantu, meaning people, with Ba being a plural, and Ntu is basically can be translated as person. So, like more than one person. Again, and now in this case, this is a map showing Igbo. Igbo were a group of people who suffered greatly in the transatlantic slave trade, and many of them were shipped to the Caribbean and what is now the United States and other places, mainly the Caribbean, to British held areas of the Caribbean, and to the United States, or what became the United States. So now closing this out, see if we can show it. Maybe a larger map, maybe. Well, this is Actually, see, there it is here. Go back. Okay, so I don't know what lit Igbo but means, but I believe that this is supposed to be the Niger River. Anyways, we can close this out and close this out. Go. All right, so what can I show? Okay. Nilotic Negroes MAP. Hope I can find this. Images. Whether or not I'll be able to. Okay, so it's another map. This one shows. Is it? Oh, nope. Oh boy. Okay, so this one shows. Now it actually says the way they. It looks like it says Nilotic Arabs, but what it's really saying or trying to convey is Nilotic Negroes. And then you have other groups who are not considered as being Negroes, such as again Egyptians, the Bajans, Abyssinians, Galas, Somalis, the Maasai, again Sudanese Negroes. Just showing you some examples. Fulas were not considered as being Negroes. So you have the Mandingos, the Ashanti, the Yoruba, the Nupe, uh, Songhai. I believe Songhai were considered as being Negroes. Anyways, on the Hamites, we see the Tuareg Berbers up here. There are Berbers and Arabs. There are Tibus, the Kanimbu. Definitely across this area is where you found the Negroes. Uh, then you have, if you remember from the other map, this corresponds to Bantu. So you have Fans, Bateke, that Bantu. We have Bakongo, Barur, Botswanas. Let's close this out here. The Waswahili, the Balunda, the Barotse, the Matabele, the Basotos, what they're referring to as Zulu Kafirs. Now, on the other map, you saw Semites. Now, I'm going to use an analogy, and I'm only using it because people are somewhat familiar. So, you know that in the Bible, the Jews or Judeans trace their ancestry all the way back to someone named Shem, which in the Greek version of the Bible, there is no SH sound in Greek, so it becomes Sem, and that's where we get Semites and Semitic from. Okay, so basically, like it or not, most Jews are what we would call white, yet they are a distinct group of white people, and not liking Jews is called being anti-Semitic. So now the Bantu are a particular group of black African people, although there is no term for not liking Bantu people. And showing you Bantu Africa. This map is showing the Bantu migration. Let's see if I could find other map. Grisha, Sudan map. Grisha is an old term for West Africa, which is the home of African Americans. Let's see if I can find this particular map. I'm finding it can be difficult because I don't know by heart what exactly to type in. We see Negrisha. (1868) map. I'm gonna try this and see if it gives me what I'm hoping for. Okay, so it says Africa, Nigritia, unexplored islands, Cape Colony, Sudan, 1868, old Johnston map. Okay, so once again we see uh, barely, but we see Ebo in this area, and let's see if eBay map has it. That's what I'm looking for. Don't know. Details are not so great, but they show me larger. Okay, not not that big, so we're gonna go back. In fact, I'll just show you this to you. Negro. Right, let's see what happens for that. Let's see if I can find this other maps. So again, this is showing you Hamites and Negroes, and now we see that the Bantu are included within Negroes. Okay, so here is another map. This map is showing you Negroes all in this area, Bantu down in this area, Hamite in this area, Hamite in this area. So Semites are separate from Negroes, as well as the Bantu and the Hamites. Henrietta Marie K.I. Kingsley. Let's see. This is a woman who wrote a book called West African Studies. We're going to visit this. This book was written 1899 by a British woman. I'm going to have to go all the way through to get to the relevant part. Let's see. So let's try this. So this was Jaja of Apobo. He was important in the post-slave trade. He was a palm oil trader who the British didn't like that he was prospering. So they exiled him and they took him out of the business, poisoned him. Okay, so get past